You bought the necklace, you loved it for exactly 3 weeks, and then one morning you noticed the faint green shadow it left on your skin. That little stain is the jewelry industry telling you the truth it hid on the price tag. Most fashion jewelry isn't priced by what it's made of. It's priced by how badly they think you want it, and the gap between those two numbers is enormous. Today we're counting down 10 jewelry brands that reviewers and materials experts keep flagging as poor value, from the mildly overpriced to the single biggest waste of money in the whole case. Quick note before the countdown. This isn't about whether a brand is pretty or popular. Plenty of these make gorgeous pieces. It's about one cold question. Are you getting your money's worth in metal, stones, and staying power? For most of these, the honest answer is no. And number 1 is a brand millions of people trust without ever questioning the price. Tell me in the comments which brand you're side-eyeing already. Let's see if it made the list. Number 10 is Gorgana, at least the pieces that aren't gold fill. The dainty California layering look is genuinely lovely, and that's the hook. The catch is the base metal. Many of their standard pieces are gold-plated brass rather than gold fill, and plated brass tarnishes faster than the price suggests it should. The frustrating part is that some Gorgana pieces are gold fill and hold up well, so you have to read each listing like a detective. The trick is to search the exact product page for the words gold fill, not just gold plated, before you check out. Pay fill money, check you're actually getting fill. Otherwise, you're buying a few months of shine on something that cost you like an heirloom. And if a few months sounds bad, the next brand barely gives you that. Number 9 is Love AJ. The designs are bold, trendy, and made for a night out, which is exactly the problem. Under that glossy finish sits a brass base with standard plating, and reviewers consistently report the color wearing thin within a season of real use. For occasional wear, it can be fine. For anything you'd reach for weekly, the math falls apart quickly, because you replace it long before you've worn it out. Trendy and disposable often travel together. The next brand dresses that same idea up in a much prettier package. Number 8 is Kendra Scott, specifically the fashion pieces that aren't sterling. The stones and colors are the whole appeal, and the branding feels elevated. But a lot of the range is plated brass, and shoppers frequently flag tarnishing and fading given what they paid. When a piece looks premium and is priced like it's premium, you expect the metal to match, and too often it doesn't. A sterling silver Kendra Scott piece is a different story, and can be worth it. But the plated brass fashion line is where the value quietly leaks out. You're paying for the boutique feel more than the material underneath. Now we leave the boutique and hit the mall kiosk, where the value gets even thinner. Number 7 is BaubleBar. It's everywhere. From Target to Nordstrom, the designs are fun and seasonal, and the prices feel low until you factor in lifespan. The base is brass with standard plating, and by the 2 to 6 month mark of daily wear, the tarnish usually shows. Cheap to buy is not the same as good value. If you're replacing a piece twice a year, that low price quietly triples. Which brings us to a whole category that's even harder to defend. Number 6 is any piece labeled simply gold tone. This is the biggest red flag in the entire jewelry aisle. When a brand won't tell you the base metal, won't list the plating, and just calls it gold tone, that vagueness is the answer. A thin flash of gold over mystery metal can wear through in a matter of weeks, and is the usual suspect behind green skin and irritated ears. Reputable brands brag about their materials because good materials are the selling point. Silence on the metal is a confession. If the listing hides what it's made of, assume the worst and keep your money. Vague materials are a choice, and it's never in your favor. The next few brands are ones you might actually feel loyal to. We're halfway through, so if this is already changing how you'll shop, tap subscribe, because the top 5 includes a couple of household names, and number 1 might genuinely annoy you. Number 5 is the Perpetual sale bangle brand, the kind whose pieces always seem to be 40% off. That constant discounting tells you something. When a bracelet is always on sale, the original price was never the real price. It was an anchor designed to make the markdown feel like a win. Reviewers often describe the quality as light and the finish as short-lived, which makes even the discounted price feel steep once the shine fades. A fake sale is still a full-price mindset. But the next name is where a lot of people spend real money on faith alone. Number 4 is Pandora. Now, Pandora uses genuine sterling silver, so this isn't about fake materials. It's about the premium. Look purely at the silver weight in a small charm, and the retail price can be startling, because a large share of what you pay is branding, collectability, and that shop experience rather than metal value. Standard charms also aren't the investment pieces people sometimes imagine, and the silver tarnishes like any other. There's also the proprietary alloy names like their rose finish that can make it harder to compare what you're actually getting against plain sterling elsewhere. If the sentimental collecting is your joy, that's completely real. If you thought you were building lasting value, the numbers quietly say otherwise. The next brand plays a similar trick with something that isn't even a gemstone. Number 3 is Swarovski. The sparkle is undeniable, and the marketing is brilliant, which is precisely why the value question gets buried. Here's the thing many buyers miss. Swarovski's signature stones are cut crystal, essentially high-end glass, not diamonds or precious gems. On top of that, much of the metal is brass-based and will tarnish over time. So you're paying near luxury prices for cut glass sitting on a base metal that fades. Beautiful on day one, yes. A smart use of money over time, rarely. And the last two are the ones people defend the hardest. Number 2 is the luxury brand you buy for the box. You know the one, where the packaging is as famous as the jewelry? A simple silver pendant or a thin chain can carry a breathtaking markup, and a real slice of that price is the name, the blue ribbon ritual, and the story. These houses do hold value and offer lifetime repairs, so it's not a pure waste. But if you're buying an entry-level piece mainly to own the label, understand that you're paying mostly for the box it comes in, not the gram of metal inside it, which leaves the single biggest money pit in the case. Number 1 is the mall diamond chain, the big-name stores built on engagement rings and financing plans. This is where value goes to die. These chains are known for steep markups on mass-produced pieces, heavy promotional pricing that inflates the original tag, and financing offers that quietly turn a ring into a long, expensive debt. The diamonds are often unremarkable for the price, and resale value tends to collapse the moment you walk out the door. You're paying retail markup, marketing, and store overhead far more than stone quality. For the same money, an independent jeweler or a transparent online seller usually gives you a better stone, a better setting, and a fraction of the markup. So here's what none of these want you to know. Real value in jewelry is simple to spot once you know the words: solid gold, or true gold fill, or thick vermeil over sterling silver, and for anything you'll wear hard, tarnish-proof PVD steel. Brands built on those materials quietly outlast every name on this list. There's one 2-second check you can do on any listing or tag, before you spend a cent, that instantly tells you whether a piece is real value or landfill in disguise. I break that exact check down in the next video, so watch it before your next purchase. It's on your screen right now.